These are not allegations being leveled by anybody. You heard B.L. Prem Sharma himself on camera say he doesn't believe in the constitution. He wants to set up a body of extreme Hindu fundamentalists who will convert all Muslims, who will kill them and throw them out of the country. Mr. Singhal, should someone like this have been given a ticket by your party?
Well, he had resigned while being in the parliament. He didn't complete his term, first term. I really did, and he has no inclination to work as a parliamentarian. Why he was given a ticket, I have no idea.
So you yourself completely throwing him away.
I have no idea.
You're disowning him already.
This question you better put to the party president or somebody who took the decision of giving him the ticket.
Okay, let me bring in Mani Shankar Iyer. He joins us as well. Mr. Iyer, thank you very much for joining us on the Centre Stage debate. What is being said by the Sangh Parivar, the BJP and the RSS is, these are a few fringe elements. You cannot tarnish the entire brigade. Do you think that's a justifiable explanation? Because what we've exposed today is a national executive member of the RSS, a two-time former MP, and there are also links with current MPs of the BJP. Do you believe that these are fringe elements, or do you feel at some level it reflects the thinking of these right-wing fundamentalists?
I mean, there are clearly different levels of culpability, but instead of finding excuses to distance themselves, if the RSS and the BJP were to be honest that all these kinds of attitudes spring from their basic philosophy, and that it is because they are running a nationalism that is divisive, that we are having now imitations from different sides of a certain kind of violence that was sectarian, this is not the answer. I don't think until the RSS and the BJP give up their own forebears and turn towards Mahatma Gandhi and start looking for a society where all religions are equal, where all of us belong, and that the Hindu nation or Hindutva is not equated with Bharatiyata and with the Indian nation, I'm afraid these distortions of their mindset into violent challenge will continue. And so I would fault them, not so much for having the same degree of culpability as a specific terrorist, but for promoting a mindset and a philosophy which gives rise from Mahatma Gandhi's assassination to what we are now seeing in this saffron terrorist network.
Okay, Mr. Singhal, respond to this, because the point that Mr. Iyer is making is the same as Mr. Sanghvi. He's saying the BJP and the RSS are not disowning these people.
I've heard the point. And he says we should get to the point where all religions are the same. That should be the attitude. He says the attitude has to change. I agree entirely with that. But I would like to know one thing. From Vivekananda to Gandhi, there have been so many leaders saying all religions, through a man can achieve salvation through all religions. Name me one Muslim or one Christian who says that very sentence. One Christian or one Muslim who says that sentence, that all religions will give salvation to man. One leader, of course leader, not some ordinary man. One Muslim and one Christian.
Okay, for the moment, the RSS...
I'm talking about the secular aspect of our country. Where is secularism? The 4 lakh Pandits were thrown out of that place without any succor to them, and we say we are a secular country. No? What is this kind of secularism?
No, but you're comparing two incomparable situations. We don't respond to what you're saying.
I'm talking about government should set up. You can't do that to a Hindu. You are doing it because they are Hindus. Now you can't do that. Government should have come up and fought them back. At least put them back. But nothing of the kind has taken place.